more delays, and my voice is starting to go on me. I'm having something wrong with my throat, so I gotta go take some medicine. But for today, there's more delays. AMG posted that all of the next like 8 or 12 characters from Marvel Crisis Protocol are being delayed a whole month. This comes right after the Legion specialists are being delayed, and it makes me wonder what else is going to be delayed, because we've also got X-Wing and Armada stuff coming out soon that has not yet been formally delayed. So what's the deal with all the X-Wing and the Armada stuff too? So we're going to talk about that today. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are off to a good start. No, Armada is not delayed, but it might be. That's the idea. So I know this one's going to be like, there's going to be people who join and that aren't sure of what's being delayed right away and all of this. So basically, it's transportation issues, and these delays are only going to apply to people who are in the United States. All other countries are still going to get their stuff on the normal dates. Seemingly, this is just a United States distribution problem. For Star Wars Legion, when they announced the delays of the specialist packs, that was due to rail, so basically distribution. But at the same time, everybody else, who wasn't in the United States, was able to get all of that stuff on the normal launch day. But yeah, Atomic Mass has announced that all of the next Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff is being pushed back from April to May. Now, here's the commonality between those. Legion stuff was still made by FFG, and still ordered and designed and manufactured through FFG, whereas the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff, that's why the thumbnail for this video has both Legion and Marvel Crisis Protocol in there, by the way, were done totally by so basically the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff is all AMG. So this problem is not just an FFG or an AMG thing. This is like all Asmodee stuff, apparently. So while they haven't said it yet, I would bet you that Armada will get pushed back also. Now, granted, it already has been pushed back. All that stuff was actually originally supposed to be out in January. So it's already been pushed back multiple times. It was pushed back from January to February, and then it was pushed back from February to April. And I wouldn't be surprised if that gets pushed back from April to May also, because all of this Marvel Crisis Protocol product that is being pushed back from April until May is coming on the same month that all of the Armada product has been pushed back. So I just wonder how long it is until, because all I think it really takes is for a single ship to have like one item on this in a wave to have shipping problems, for them to say, all right, generally that's not always been the case, but if even one item has a delay, they may very well just delay the entire wave so it comes out at the same time. Or if just one shipping lane has a delay, they want the entire country to get their stuff on the same day, and so all it takes is one truck driver to be late or something like that, or in this case, rail, right? And I'm not trying to talk anything about truck drivers. I got a lot of truck drivers in my family, so it's not really. I'm not saying the blame. My point is, one problem can have domino effects, and so we basically, if there is one problem, it can cause everything to have delays, and apparently there's been a lot of one problems. So yeah, all of the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff that was supposed to come out in April is now pushed back until May, and that's a lot of expansions. That's Deadpool and the van and Bob from Hydra. That's Cable and Domino. That's Mr. Sinister. That's or I think Mr. Sinister is on that list. That's also Sin and Madam was it Madam Hydra, or is it Poison, or whatever her name is. No, this is the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff that's being delayed a month. Right after they've already announced most of you already know that the Legion specialists have been delayed. So well, they did tease Sinister. Sinister was in the thing. I guess they haven't talked about his. He's probably not in that wave. But no, the Legion delays are Viper. That's who it is. Viper and Sin. I keep getting her name mixed up because she's not as common to me. But yeah. So the Legion delays are just the specialists, the same ones. But it seems like everything right now is being pushed back a month. The Legion specialists are pushed back a month. Now the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff is all being pushed back a month. X-Wing has got 3 squadron packs that are supposed to be coming out later this month. I wouldn't be surprised if those get delayed, and I wouldn't be surprised if Armada also gets delayed. So I guess the point of this video is just to let you know to manage your expectations, be prepared for more delays, because this is only in the United States. I don't believe this is a problem anywhere else. I wonder if in their United States releases, if there is difficulty in getting stuff that are not continental United States. So if there's difficulty in getting product to Hawaii and Alaska, and I wonder how much of a community or demand there is out in those states for product like this. I'm curious about that, because I imagine that could be, if you want it to be a national release in the same day, like one problem in the supply chain could be everything. But yes, so that's when are we getting X-Wing huge ship releases? Gosh, I guess we'll find out later this month. So March 18th through the 20th, that's when we're going to be getting the big mini extravaganza from AMG. I will be covering that. I'll be streaming during that as well. So if you don't follow the Twitch channel, you can follow along right here, and we'll be doing that. I'm hoping they do address the X-Wing stuff. So if you guys are just joining us, the delays that were just announced were, I guess this was like last night they announced it. These are all Marvel Crisis Protocol delays, but it's just more delays. It seems like everything is getting delayed a month. So it's all just American, just United States of America stuff. So if you're in Europe or Canada or something like that, or South America, it's not going to affect you. A lot of Australia, not going to affect you. These delays are specifically targeting the United States system, and it's basically it sounds like a distribution problem. It sounds like some type of something related to the rail or freight shipping problem with seemingly everything right now. So I guess we're going to see. They haven't announced that any delays for X-Wing. They have not announced any delays for Armada. So that is good. The next wave of Legion, the one that's already been spoiled, hasn't even been officially announced yet. So there are no officially announced, release months for that. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Anyway, side note, I just got a COVID test today. Came back negative. If you heard me coughing. I have allergies. We have crazy pollen right now, and they're kicking my butt. Really kicking my butt. The Boys comics from Marvel are so. I don't think The Boys is Marvel. I don't think so. I don't think that's Marvel at all. All right, let's see. Hopefully we don't get any Armada delays. No, absolutely, definitely hope there's no Armada delays. But we have to be prepared that there could be. That's the problem right now, is that so many delays are happening that we don't know what's going to happen next, and it seems like everything from Asmodee, whether it's FFG or AMG or whatever, is being delayed. And I wouldn't be surprised if this affects other companies too, outside of Asmodee. I wouldn't be surprised if other games that were supposed to be coming. I don't really track release dates for too many other games, so I'm curious what else is also being delayed at this time, or if it's strictly like an AMG distributor thing. I don't know. So that's basically the news. If you guys just joined, that's basically what we're just talking about, is all of these delays. I didn't have a video ready to go. I didn't get anything uploaded yesterday. A lot of times I'll record stuff like the night before, but this allergy stuff is really kicking my butt. So I don't know. You can probably hear it in my voice a little bit right now. It's not good. So this is probably gonna be a shorter stream, but I just wanted to get out there and talk to you guys a little bit, and interact a little bit. Privateer Press hasn't been having any problems. Maybe not. It might just be an Asmodee distributor thing. They do sometimes go with their own distributors, but like it used to be Alliance. I don't even know who they're distributing through right now, or if it's all like they're just shipping directly. And that could be another problem too. We got a super chat from Bleed Green. What's going on, Bleed Green Productions, with the super chat? Thank you guys. Hopefully you are doing well on a Tuesday afternoon, or is it? It's not really noon yet, so Tuesday. I guess it's technically still Tuesday morning, right? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. If you guys are just joining in, basically in addition to those Legion delays that we already knew about with the specialist packs, which are only delayed in the United States, there's more United States delays in that the next couple of expansions from Dryer is done. The next couple of expansions from Marvel Crisis Protocols are also being delayed 1 month. So, and that's an April to May pushback. Also, Armada comes out in April. That one has not been announced as having a delay yet, but it would not surprise me if more games are delayed. Now, granted, I don't do that many Marvel Crisis Protocol videos, and I'd like to do a little bit more. I think once COVID's over and we can do more in-person gaming, that's something I'd like to get. I'd love to get some battle reports for Marvel Crisis Protocol. It'd be fun to just to play it more often too. And I don't usually play, like, when I have played it, it's usually not competitive. We just line up all the heroes and just pick a dream team. We just kind of decide, like, what kind of game do we want to play? What's going to be fun? All right, I want to run, Wakandans, and I want to run Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, go. And that's kind of how we do that. But yeah, it's just been hard to, like, some of the folks, like, I've got a small bubble, and the people that I would normally play Marvel Crisis Protocol with are not in my bubble, so it becomes tricky, It becomes kind of tricky. But, you do what you can. It's a super fun game, though. It's one of those games, and speaking of other kind of fun games, how many of you guys saw my World of Tanks preview? Or like unboxing. I'm working on a proper review from World of Tanks, because that one reminds me of a lot of X-Wing, but a little bit more simplified. What dryer do I have? LG, I think. I've had other people in my live streams, because I film out in the garage, where we have our washer and dryer too, so it's not as glamorous. It's not board games everywhere. It's just board games here and minis here. But yeah, I've had other people say, "Hey, you have the same washer dryer that I do," because they've had the same sound. That's pretty funny stuff, though. But yes, let's see what else is new. Before I let you guys go, let's see. We got some X-Wing stuff coming out this month. I don't know if that hasn't been delayed yet, so I guess if it hasn't been delayed by now, that would be pretty cool. Bro, gotta have clean clothes. That's true. I'm still enjoying Marvel Crisis Protocol, though. I've gotten everything so far. I've been painting the Inhumans up. Let's see. This is my work on Crystal here. I really like the. I'm not done yet, but I like the way the water came out. And we did Black Bolts here. I'll show you some of the. I wasn't gonna get the Inhumans, but with Black Bolts, I kind of did like a blue on top of, like, I did a blue and then the white over top of that, and this is not the best camera for showcasing minis. We're not doing the best there, and I did airbrushing on Medusa's hair, so I got some natural fades there. I airbrushed the whole thing with that red and then painted over the rest of her. That's kind of the cheating method. And then we got Lockjaw here. And so I did him just in a kind of a grayish kind of color with a little bit of darker underneath, but he's mostly monotone. I just cheated with him because I'm probably not going to use him all that much. But yeah, the AMG's running photo painting contests or submissions. They want you to do that on Instagram right now. How many of you guys? I think what, Crabbok underscore IG or Crab underscore IG on Instagram. I need to probably put that into my, I have all my other social media links on Instagram. I probably need to put my my stuff. If you search Instagram for Crabbok, you'll find me. But for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me use the name Crabbok. I don't know if somebody like snatched that name up just to be a jerk or what, but they wouldn't let me do that. But is that the Bellator back there? Yes, yeah. This is the Mel Miniatures Bellator. I've had this one for a long time. Yeah, this one is. This was what we used to test. I used to use this to do some like mock Super Star Destroyer battles before we had the Super Star Destroyer. And one thing that's cool about it is that since with the Super Star Destroyer you get 2 cardboard inserts, I can run, like if I'm running a big battle. I did a battle report of this where I used this one as the prototype, and I used the big miniature as the full executor. Is it good quality plastic? This is in the white. It's hollow. So you hear that? It's hollow, so it's like that. And it's got a little bit of here. I'm showing you kind of close up. It's got a little bit of granularity to the tiles. The tiles aren't super smooth, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like 480p, or something like that. It's not 1080 or it's not 4K resolution, but it's pretty good. I enjoy. I've gotten a lot of use out of that. I don't order a whole lot of 3D printed ships. I don't do a whole lot with those, but that one was good. Will you ever bring Joan of Arc back out? No, I gave that away. I don't have Joan of Arc anymore. I had nothing against Joan of Arc. I gave it to a friend, so it's still available for me to play with said friend once COVID is over. But yeah, I gave it away. But the problem, and it wasn't. I didn't have a problem with Joan of Arc. The problem that I had was that there was too much of it. It was like 6 feet tall of boxes, and I just don't like. I'm already having to find other places for other boxes. Oh, by the way, Armada Upgrade Collection is going up on Patreon. This one was unclaimed. This will be going up this week on Patreon. So all you patrons, stay, make sure you get notifications and stuff like that. But yes, so let's see what else. I don't know, man. I think we're running out of that. Also, the other thing with Joan of Arc is there was so much to it, right? Like it was like 1,000 games in one. Every miniature was part of its own separate little micro expansion for Joan of Arc. So it was like all the scenarios had like their own different rule sets and masterful game. Like it's a game engine. It's huge, but it's just too much game for me. It's like I was looking for something like Street Fighter that I could just play, and that turned out to be like World of Warcraft in its depth. It's just like it's got a million things to do, and I'm like, it was an overload. It was absolute overload. And I don't have any problem with games that are overload, that have a lot of rules and stuff. But the problem is, I only have the headspace for so many of those. So I do prefer. Am I full-time YouTube? No. How close am I getting to that point? Pretty darn far. I'm not that big. There's other people who out there. I think somewhere around 500,000 subscribers or something like that would probably be comfortable. I don't know. I think it would require a lot of different things, and I don't know if I would ever want to go full-time YouTube. I mean, it sounds fun. Like it sounds like super fun, but YouTube is like they could just turn off like advertising tomorrow, and like if that was all of my income, if I was expecting that to pay all of my bills, and like it would go away. Like right now, my channel funds the hobby aspect, and that's good. And then it also funds the other costs of the hobby. Cameras, lighting. I might probably have to get a new gaming table at some point, so that's not something I have to save up for. A lot of the terrain a lot of terrain gets sent to me, but I had to buy a lot of terrain. I still buy terrain sometimes. Paints, buying new expansions for almost all of the Asmodee stuff. All of the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. All of most of all the Legion X-Wing and Armada. Like Asmodee does sometimes send me free product at it, but I don't know, if that's gonna how much that's gonna continue to happen. Do I have Mel's ships? I do have, I think one or two others, but they're the really small ones. So and I don't have them handy right now. I can't reach. But yeah, I have the Raider, but it was the new Republic version of the Raider. So if we're getting lag here, I apologize. I'm going to probably wrap things up soon. If you guys joined late, basically we were talking about Atomic Mass Games announcing another month of delays for all of, this time it was just Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff, but it's everything for Marvel Crisis Protocol is delayed a month from April to May. And that on top of the almost the same kind of delay that happened for Legion, it seems that there's some kind of distribution problem in the United States. So there very well may be more delays. This may not be the last delay. So while the April push to May affected Marvel Crisis Protocol, it may still affect Armada. There could also be delays with the X-Wing expansions that are supposed to be coming out. Their street date is the end of this month. So I wouldn't be surprised if that also gets delayed. Does anyone make Armada-sized Star Trek ship minis? Man, there's some people that are doing stuff like that, but the problem is Paramount is notorious for going after their IP, which means like anybody who tries to create stuff like that gets their entire shop shut down. And so if you're really small and you can risk getting your entire shop shut down, then fine, go for it. But but yeah, like I was trying to reach out. I asked Mel to do that, and he's like, I don't want to get my whole shop shut down, Whereas Disney's a lot more lenient on stuff because honestly, Disney's got more sense. I did a reaction video talking about Star Trek Picard. I'd be careful how much I even say before they shut down this live stream. But they don't want anybody talking about their stuff. Like, it's crazy. And I used a little bit of the trailer. Like, I would, But here's the thing. They didn't just, give me hey, you need to trim this section. Like, sometimes if you have a song or whatever, you'll have to trim a section of the song out, or they share revenue with them, right? Like that happened one time where I had a song and they're like, hey, we're splitting ad revenue with you on this song. I'm like, okay, well, that's not so bad, or they give you the opportunity to correct it. But with the Star Trek Picard video I did, they put the kibosh on the whole video worldwide. Nobody was allowed to even see it. It's got big red stuff on it. They banished it. They pulled a Gandalf, "You shall not play," on that video. I've never seen anything like that before. And it makes me wonder, why, Paramount, wouldn't you want people talking about, why wouldn't you want people, dryer's done, or the washer's done this time, or something like that. Why wouldn't you want people talking about your product? That never, in context, I had the trailer going. We'd play a few seconds. I'd talk about wow, that looks cool. Play a few seconds, pause. That looks cool too. What do you guys think? And that was the video, right? And I'm talking about that for an hour, because over a 10-minute trailer, just talking about it, hyping it up and being super impressed. Super happy to see Patrick Stewart back on. Super happy to see more Star Trek. And they're like, no, you cannot talk about our show. Basically, it's astounding to me. Paramount is in the dryer. They're coming for you. No, but I don't understand. Paramount needs some new PR folks or something. I don't know. I love Star Trek, and I would love to talk Star Trek. But frankly, I would be too afraid to do that significantly on this channel, and fear that my entire channel gets kind of taken down. So I'd have to start a new channel that would have no reach whatsoever. I don't know. We call it freaking Captain Crabbok of the USS Nunchaku. and I speak with a Scottish accent. Hello there. Welcome to the Star Trek show, or something like that. I don't know. That I probably have to work on that a little bit. If you guys are just joining us, Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff got pushed back from April to May. That's the delay, but it's also only affecting the United States, and it's likely not to be the last delay we see, because if they're pushing April delays back, well, Armada also comes out in April. I wonder if that is going to also get delayed. Does anyone in Florida use their garage for cars? I used to, but then I didn't, because I didn't. Well, back before I had a YouTube channel, we used to park cars in here, but you need space, man. Space is at a premium. Real estate's expensive. Gosh, I'd love to have a bigger house. Man, if I had a really big house, I'd love to have like a whole gaming freaking, cave. That'd be really useful in COVID too. You have people come out to like the gaming cave. This way they don't have to, like to invite somebody over your house and then you're like, hey, bring your COVID in here and sneeze on my kids, But if you had like a whole separate, like almost like a workshop, like that'd be really cool. But what do I know? I want to open a store someday. That would be really, like, if I won the lottery, I would love. That's probably my dream. Right? Somebody was saying, "Do you want to do YouTube full time?" I'm like, maybe, but I would really love to have a store, like a big store, and then I'd probably still do YouTube. And I could have like maybe an office, like a filming area in the back of the store, and maybe like a VIP room that I can also stream from and stuff like that. Like that would be really fun. Like I would love to do something like that, but stores don't really make very much money, and I wouldn't want to have it to be something that existed solely to make money. I'd want to sell it at a good price, and so I'd want it to be, I'd want it to be a big store too. And since I'm in Orlando, it could be kind of one of those things. Hey, if you're coming to Disney World, also come and get. I think we just got another super chat, but I didn't get a notification. So, there it is, Ethan Pierce. Thanks, Ethan Pierce. He said, if you open a store, I'd like to be the first to put in my application. I will keep that in mind. Probably not happening anytime soon, but I would definitely love to do that. Check out Tabletop in Kansas City if you ever visit. I have visited Kansas City. I have been to Tabletop. I have battle reports from Tabletop while I was in Kansas City. If you search through some of my older Armada battle reports, you might see some in there. I have played in Tabletop, and also there's another place in the Kansas City area, another store that I played at that I cannot remember specifically. Cool story about Tabletop too, and you may already know if that's where you play, but I guess the guy who owns that was friends with Jim Butcher. I guess they were college roommates, and it's and Jim Butcher writes the Dresden Files, which is the greatest series of books ever written, and I will die on that hill. It is fantastic, and so and I guess this guy's cat was the inspiration for Dresden's cat, Mister. So, like, that's a really cool reason to go visit that store, right? I bought Cthulhu Wars from that store, or not Cthulhu Wars, but the Cthulhu Love Letter. Yes. Yeah, Lovecraft Letter. I bought this from Tabletop in Kansas City. So yeah, great store. But yeah, I would love to open up a store though. And what I really want to do, and this is why I would take a lot of money, because it would be losing money, it'd be hard as heck to do, is I would love to have like a coffee shop built into it. If you've ever been into like a Barnes and Noble and they have the little Starbucks in the back there, and you're walking around browsing the board games and smelling the coffee, like that is harmony. Right there. That is serenity. That's what I would be aiming for. So, and because you could make money off of the coffee, right? And so that's kind of like what would sustain the store, is like you come in, maybe you get some coffee. You don't have to. You come in and play, buy some stuff, and have tables and have terrain and have lots of terrain and have big tables too. We'd have Armada and Legion size tables. We'd have 40K tables. We'd have X-Wing tables. We'd have also 3x3 tables for X-Wing and Marvel Crisis Protocol, and and it'd just be an excuse for me to play games with people all day long, Spilling coffee on the Armada table. Well, we would have the drink holders down like farther down below. People always bring drinks to their games anyway. But we'd also have big board games. We'd have RPG sessions. There is a place called the Cloak and Blaster here in Orlando that they have like a bar turned into it. Instagram, if you're talking about Instagram, yeah, if you search Crabbok on Instagram, you'll find me. I'm like crab_IG or Crabbok_IG or something like that. I don't remember. I don't use Instagram that much, but I'm starting to do it more lately because I've been taking more photos, and I'm like, this is kind of fun. And granted, I could probably just share them on Twitter or whatever, but I'm just, I don't know, trying to spread out a little bit. I don't know. Really, I don't even understand the full impact of like having a Twitter and social media and all that stuff. Some people are crazy huge on social media, and they don't even have like a product to promote or whatever. They just, I know some dudes just post pictures of themselves in their underwear all day long and have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not setting up an OnlyFans, but yeah. So like, it's just weird, and so I just do it to kind of interact, because some people have a certain method of interaction that they prefer. Wait, Cloak and Blaster wasn't the place I was thinking of. Cloak and Blaster is awesome. Yeah, Cloak and Blaster has the bar and restaurant. That's not even the one I was thinking. I was thinking of Gods and Monsters. They're in downtown Orlando. Cloak and Blaster is actually a really cool place. I haven't been there lately, though. I did meet Will Wheaton at the Cloak and Blaster, though. So if you're in Orlando and you had a chance to come to the Cloak and Blaster, that's a super cool place. But yeah, I got to meet Will Wheaton. Didn't get to talk to him very long. They tried to push me away from him. Like, the manager's like, you need to let him eat his ice cream. And I'm like, but it's Will. And he came up and he was super cool. So, but I think he melted his ice cream because no, there were a lot of people trying to bug him. Keep the Leia bikini in the closet. Yeah, right. If you could only be so lucky. No, I'm kidding. That would be terrible. Anyway, so let's see. I'm going to wrap this up here soon. But if you guys are joining late, basically there were some delays. We talked about those. Marvel Crisis Protocols, Deadpool Wave, and all of that stuff that's coming out is pushed back a whole month from April to May. We also already had the Legion delays we already know about. That's just the specialists in the United States are coming out hopefully soon, but they were supposed to be out last month. Have you asked Mel about making Halo ships? I'm not really that knowledgeable about Halo's like space combat. Like, I've played like the first couple of Halo games, but I'm not a big Halo person, so no, I haven't. You want a World of Warships miniatures game? I would be down for a naval game. I could get behind that. World of Tanks seems pretty fun so far. It's kind of simplistic, but I'll be working on my review for that here pretty soon. So I know some of you guys have been kind of wanting to see a little bit more of World of Tanks. Overall, though, I think it's got some promise. What about squadron packs? The X-Wing squadron packs, I'm assuming you're talking about. Those have not been delayed, but it wouldn't surprise me if that happens. They'd have to announce it soon, though, because we're sneaking right up on their street date. So I guess we'll have to just see. But the only thing that's been confirmed right now is the Legion delays that we already know about. We're already in that delay, as well as the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. This is only United States only. This has to do with some kind of distribution method. For some of it, it was rail. It's unclear if all of it is based on rail, or because when you're trying to get something to a whole country to release on the same day, one supply line giving you a problem can cause everything to have a delay. So they haven't said that anything. They haven't pointed to, they haven't pointed any fingers specifically, and there's a lot of contractual reasons that would probably prevent them from doing so. But it's logistics can be very complicated, and that's kind of just the way things go. I would hope that they get into the habit of announcing a street date that has already got 2 months worth of delays included in there, and then this way, just if stores get it, then hopefully they just hold it for the remaining 2 months. But I don't know. I don't know that much about actually running logistics and managing expectations and dealing with the things that go wrong and trying to make all that work. So my best of luck to them in the future. But be prepared for more, because there may be some more. There may be some more. All right, you guys, I will talk to you soon. I want to thank you guys for hanging out today. Short little stream. We've got some more stuff that'll be coming soon, like the World of Tanks preview. Got another battle report for Legion coming soon. My patrons already have early access to that as well. And join the Discord. Hop on down in Discord. We got links down there. If you're not already in the Discord, what are you waiting for? You know, we do some giveaways. There's gonna be more World of Tanks giveaways happening in the Discord as well. We do codes over there, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and as always, wait. Have a great day is my closing line. I can't say have a wonderful day and as always have a great day. Do I need a new closing line? And that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know. We'll figure something out. All right, I have been Crabbok, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. No, I don't know.